It'll take just 1 second and we'll be getting started right away. And we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody. Welcome to the weekend edition of the Strategic Swing Trader. I'm Sami Abu Saad, Director of Education at T3 Live. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. We're gonna go ahead and get started and take a look at the market, take a look at some amazing ideas for next week. But before we do so, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. Also, if you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description. Also, one last thing, if you want to help support our channel, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. But without further ado, let's go ahead and turn on the charts and get started. So the market last week threatened to, it looked like it was going to turn bearish for a minute, and it was undone in 1 hour. Can you believe it? At the end of the day on Friday, maybe 2 hours. That last pop. That basically gave us now a higher low on the hourly chart, higher than the prior low. And then when we broke above the pivot, we got a higher high also. So now it looks like this is turning into a W pattern, and we're gonna go back up. Okay, so on the Qs, this is the Nasdaq basically. Barring a break of Thursday's low, we should be bullish. That's the only scenario under which I will be bearish, which is if we break under 307.39 on the Qs. The SPY at all-time highs almost. Of course, Thursday's low would be the key point going forward, so 383.90. We should not break under it. We probably won't, but that's the key point that we should hold on to. And GLD, gold, is starting to look a little interesting as a long. I haven't talked about GLD in I don't know how many months yet. I don't know how many months so far, because it hasn't looked good. But now, if you look at the monthly chart, we're at the 20 MA on the monthly. Now, do I like this setup? No, I don't. But if you want to be bullish on gold, I think this is not a bad time coming into that 20 MA on the monthly. Do I love this setup? I don't. But if you think gold is higher, this is the right spot on the chart. And then the entry for it would be over 164.15 on the GLD. 164.15, correct. And then the stop can use 161, or if you don't want to get shaken out, then 157.13. Okay, let's take a look at the GDX. I actually haven't looked at the GDX. Okay, just put in a higher low here. Not a confirmed higher low. It becomes confirmed when we take out the prior resistance. So we haven't taken out the prior, so it's not a confirmed higher low. Let me look at the monthly and see what the GDX is similar, showing a little bit of weakness to the GLD, because the GLD and the GDX is the minors. If you didn't know, the GLD made new all-time highs, right? Took out the 2011 high and pulled back. So the GDX, as you can see, is still far below. But there are some interesting gold stocks out there, especially actually gold miners like NEM and some of those big names. They look good. This is showing a lot of relative strength. So GLD is interesting. Okay, so we talked about the market. We're going to talk about, so the market is bullish unless proven otherwise. And I told you at which point I would be bearish. Otherwise, bullish going forward on the market. I copied and pasted this list into the description of the video, so you wouldn't have to type it up one by one. If you want to go to the description of the video, you can just copy it and paste it into your watch list. And let's go over it together, shall we? AIV. This one I already have a position in, just so you know, but I still like it over the base. Okay, and I am looking to add myself if it takes out the base. AIV is a real estate stock. If you look at the IYR, the ETF for the real estate sector, oh my God. I mean, look how bullish this is. Amazing, isn't it? Very, very bullish. So an AIV and real estate stocks have been on fire. So hopefully this pops. It's not popping here, but I hope it pops. The entry for it would be over 603, but I'd give it a couple cents at least. 602, but I'd give it a couple cents at least. CLVS. deep pullback. So we got the initial pop right here, and then the pullback was 100%. That's normally too deep, but what I like about the CLVS is the monthly chart, and I've been watching this for a long time. It hasn't really got, I never traded it on when it popped here. I thought I missed it when it popped back here. I thought I missed it, and now it's back down, and it has a buy setup over 681, or better yet, safer yet, would be over 691. Stop under 618. Okay, as a long-term trade, if you want to only do it as a swing, right here would be target 1, right here target 2. Long-term trade, set it and forget it, and hope that it just continues higher. Next on the list is CYH. I played the CYH back here as a 1, 2, 3 long, and it just went up and up and up and up, and when I got the top and tail, I decided to trail out of it. Okay, so this was a very nice play for me back here, and then it's taken a while, but check it out. It's now above the exit and looks really higher. Has a 1, 2, 3 pattern over 1409 by 1294. Now, this is the right stop for a 1, 2, 3 pattern. Some might say, well, I really like the stock. I think it's going to 25, which that's where I think it's headed to, 25 bucks. I really don't want to get shaken out of it. Okay, safer place to put the stop would be right here at 11 bucks or so. Yeah, 11.30 would be, you'd be giving it more room. This way, you don't get shaken out as easily. That's the CYH. Okay. The next on the list is the EVFM. EVFM is what I call a gap fade. So, stock is down a lot, gap's down a lot, and then it takes out this bar's high long. All right, okay, it hasn't yet. So over the high of both of these bars, which is $1.87, stop under 170, target the gap fill, which is 230, maybe even a little bit more, to 250, 275, the declining 20 on the daily. But the declining 20 it tracks price. So by the time the stock gets up there, the 20 might already be at 230. Who knows? So, but that's the idea on the EVFM. Really like the EVFM with one major issue, which is that awful declining 20 MA on the hourly chart. I like them when the 20 is below price, not above price when I'm playing long. And I like it when the 20 is above price when I'm playing short. Okay, I said the market appears to be very bullish. Last week for a while, for a couple of days, I thought we were going to turn bearish. Having said that, but the market now is looking more bullish. Having said that, it's not going to be, I seriously doubt that it will be Apple and Amazon and whatever, Tesla, and that will lead on the way back up. Nvidia, they're all bearish. I mean, at best, neutral. Look at Apple. That looks like it topped out to me. Look at the 20, how it broke it on the weekly, and it's basing under it. Apple is not the worst looking. I mean, it could go back up and reclaim the 20, and then maybe put on a move again. Perhaps. Look at Amazon. That doesn't look very good, does it? Right? Look at Tesla. Very weak. Okay? Under the 20. They all would have to reclaim the 20, and then from there maybe base before they're ready to go back up. I mean, I'd be willing to bet that Tesla will not see 900 bucks for a long time to come. But again, they're all gonna need to, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, they would need to go back above the 20 and for price to hold above the 20 on the weekly, the monthly charts before they're ready to really resume the uptrend, which means if the market is gonna move now, it's not gonna be these mega tech stocks that will lead on the way back up. From the big names, the big companies, Facebook looks the best. Okay, so I talked about Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and Nvidia, and many others. Netflix, they don't look good. But from the big names, if that's what you like to trade, especially people that trade options, Facebook looks the best. Google and Microsoft are also not bad. They're bullish, but Facebook looks higher. There's a buy setup on it over 284. If it takes out 284.50 with a stop under 277.77 on Facebook. FREQ is like the EVFM, but slightly better. I was ready to play the FREQ on Friday, just yesterday, over the base, and it wouldn't go. And I thought it was gonna really pop there, but it didn't. So now the 20 MA is crisscrossing price, which is something I don't like. And now it's not as bad as when the 20 MA is above price, meaning when the 20 MA is coming down like this, above price, as the case on the EVFM. But I just don't like the fact that the 20 is now going through price. At any rate, I like it over 930, 931 or so. There's a 930 somewhere here. That's 930. So above that, basically. Higher with a stop under 790. And target, it's got plenty of room. There's no resistance all the way to 20. No resistance at all. So it's got plenty of room on the FREQ, okay? FSR, I played the swing here, and it didn't work. So it popped a little bit, came in, and then I trailed it to the SPARS low. Because always, for me, if the entry bar is low, if the entry bar is followed by a narrow range bar, I always bring the stop to the inside bar's low. So we got that inside bar, raised the stop, it got taken out basically, and then it continued lower, so it was a good exit because my stop was down here, so I would have gotten stopped out. Now I think it might have a dead cat bounce. I like the location on it. Look at the weekly at the 20, at a lot of support. It's at an area where it popped 100% from 15 to 30 in a couple weeks, as you can see. So it's back down to that area. The stock is no doubt damaged because it should not have fallen like this. Should have worked on that buy setup, but it didn't. At the same time, as I said, I like it for just a little bounce to here, and maybe if it goes up there eventually, goes back up. But for now, I like it to only to the declining 20 on the daily, and with the entry being over 1844, stop under 1676. Another one that looks similar to the FSR is the CAN. It's not even on the list. Okay, I try to give you the best ones only, the ones that are more ready, the most ready. Right here, stop right here, and target right here. Okay, on the CAN, another one that experienced about more than a 50% pullback, just like the FSR did. IDRA is another gap fade idea. It's like the FREQ and the EVFM. This one initially dropped, and now looks higher over, I would say over 153, $1.53, stop under $1.30, and target would be $2. Maybe goes back up all the way to 3. Okay, this is tough. IRM, what a beautiful chart, beautiful. So I like it higher, just so bullish, over the base, stop under it, and I would target $41, which is the prior high up there. Okay, on the IRM. OGI, so okay, the OGI I don't like that much, but if I had to pick one cannabis stock, it would be the OGI. Okay, if I had to pick one, maybe the APHA. Let's take a look at it together right now. It's under the 20, right? Let's take a look at the Tilray. Is also not so good at all. Yeah, it doesn't look good. APHA. What about HEXO? Not so good. What about ACB? Not so good. I mean, none of them. CGC, Crone. Those are the cannabis stocks. VFF, no good. So this is the best by far, in my opinion, and I would do it maybe over 383, 372 I think is sufficient. Over 372, stop under the green bars low under 330. Okay, if I was gonna do it, but it's not one of the 4 that I picked for my own account and for the strategic swing trader newsletter. By the way, if you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you can log on to your T3 Live account right now and see which ideas I picked for us. Okay, for Monday. It's already done. Or if you want to wait until you get the email, you'll get it before 8 a.m. on Monday. Okay, you'll get the newsletter delivered to your inbox. Either way works. So because all the ideas are long, so you don't even need to locate anything at all. So OGI we talked about. PCG is the latest addition to my core ideas. So I maintain a long-term, so a watch list of long-term ideas. This is the latest edition, PCG. It's PG&E, the utility company, right? Dropped from like $70 to 3, I think, or something like this. That's 5 actually. That's 350. It looks higher. Looks higher. I'm not thinking it's gonna go back up to 70, but what about 25? I mean, from 12 to 25, that would be 100%. What about to 40? Is that completely out of the question? I don't think so. In a couple of years, I think it'll be at 40. But for now, I would shoot for 25 bucks. I like it as a long-term trade. Notice how the 20 is starting to catch up. When the stock starts, after being down a lot, starts to print very narrow range bars, and the 20 catches up with price, and price doesn't break down, it means that the downtrend is over, basically. So you just need a breakout here, and then it should trigger that transition back up. Okay. Another one that is a recent addition to my core watch list, long-term watch list, is the J&J, but it already triggered. We got it on Friday. Okay, triggered on Friday. J&J. Costco also, but that triggered a while ago. I mentioned it before it triggered. I mean, on one of those videos. So if you wanted to get it there, because it was an anticipatory monthly buy setup. See it, and it's off to a good start. And there's more. PM is also another one, but it already triggered a while ago. We're in it. KHC, in it from this day, but still looks higher. So those are all long-term ideas, big names. I mean, I have some also smaller names that are long-term ideas, but those are, I just wanted to mention just the ones that I could recall off the top of my mind that are also the big names. PRTA was supposed to be a long-term idea. I got out of it, so I feel like I made a mistake on it. It made $8,000 in one day for me on this day, and then I eventually got out of it, and it looks higher to 40. So I like it. I got back in it, and then I trailed it over here. So you see this bar? No, I raised the stop to this bar's low, I believe, and I got trailed out this day. And then it crashed a little bit because they offered this. They made a secondary offering, and then it went back up. So I'm not in it anymore. And I like it higher over 28.66. Stop under the red bar. This is similar to the CYH, basically. To the CYH. I think it will get to 40 easy. PTMN is a breakout. Looks higher. Over the base. Stop under it. And then those are the bullish ideas. The short ideas are not very good. CALA as a breakdown looks okay under the base. Stop under the red bar's low. So under the lowest low on the chart, on the daily chart, 238 perhaps. It's 236 actually by 253. DADA is kind of a 1, 2, 3. So short would be under 2440 by 2684. Okay. KPTI already an open position. We took target 1 already on it. So this was played it 3 times. Played it short on this day. So this day when it broke down, this day, and then added to it when it broke the second time, and then covered it over here, and then re-shorted right here, and then took target 1 already this day, and now I have a back half. So I still like it lower to $5. There's no support all the way back down to 5. So it looks really lower. Now, is this a great setup for Monday? I don't think so, but it does look lower, under 12.10. Under 10.12, I mean. I'm dyslexic here. Stop over 10.90. Okay, under 10.12 by 10.90. LHDX is looks, I mean, I was gonna say like a disaster is about to happen, but it already happened. It dropped from $38 to 12. So it looks lower under the double bottom there, under this bar's low, under 1150. Stop over 1307. I'm not doing any of the shorts, but I'm sharing those with you anyway. These are just watches, but I don't have any active orders for these. The ODT short under the base, stop over the green bars high. So under the base, stop over the green bars high. Okay, on the ODT. OTIC would be a short under this bar's low, under 255. Stop over Friday's high, which is 273, and target 1 the prior low. Okay, 231. And SJI is under $22 short. Stop over 22.72. Okay, Target 1 would be this bar's low, 21.13, and then target 2 would be the next support area, which is around $19 or so. Okay, so those are the short ideas. A lot of the shorts reached target last week, like the, I don't know, like Tupperware, TUP I think is the symbol, that reached target as a short. REVG, I think. REVG reached target. It actually has a really nice buy setup, but because it's up so much, I wouldn't do the SPY setup. Otherwise, it has a perfect base on the hourly chart. Look at that. Over the base, stop under it. This was shorted from the top down to here. Reached target. NEO just reached target yesterday. Was a short. So 34 was the target. Got right to 34. So a bunch of things reached targets already, and some of them trailed out. They didn't quite reach the target. But I just wanted, to share with you I always share the bullish and the bearish watch list, with the bullish watch list being the better watch list this week. Last week it was the bearish watch list. Any rate, hope you enjoyed today's video, and again, if you'd like to help support the channel, be sure to hit the like button. If you'd like to join the strategic swing trader or join the strategic day trader where I day trade, it's a chat room. Links for those are in the description. But with that said, have a great rest of the weekend. Good luck with your trading next week, and I will talk to you later. Take care, everybody. Ciao.